In Kenya, there's a saying, those who vote don't matter. Those who count the votes do. And that matters because right now, the man in charge of Kenya's elections, IEBC, I don't know his name, but that man is giving all the signs that he has been compromised.
Erastus Ethekon is not in that office to deliver a free and fair election. He's in that office to announce President William Ruto.
Now, what he doesn't know is that this time round, the youth of this country are not going to sit around and watch as their will is overturned by select few.
This is the last chance the young people are giving democracy. If democracy doesn't work next year, we will never believe in democracy again.
He has been given 48 hours, not to explain, but to resign.
Hadi saa hii hamrealize information yetu inatolewa kwa portal ya IEBC. Iyo polling whatever ilikuwa hapo before. Imetolewa for what significance?
Let's talk about it. If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
Chairman wa IEBC, Bwana Ethekon. Nimeanza kukuangalia from 18. Na usifikirie ni miaka ya ile ya akina Chebukati, akina Isa Kasan, akina Kifuitu.
Let's be very, very clear. Elections are not won on voting day. They are won in the system. And if the system is compromised, then your vote literally means nothing. That's why what's happening right now is actually very dangerous because millions of young Kenyans are preparing for 2027.
So it is important that if it is the last time, we need to go full throttle. Kila mtu akue kadi.
But the referee they're supposed to trust is already under serious suspicion.
The united opposition on Tuesday, tuende tuone wale majamaa wa IEBC. Sababu wameanza kupanga mambo ambayo eleweki.
All this started with something very simple but also very, very strange. The CEO himself, he admitted that he did not even apply for this job. He was offered the job.
The chairman of the IEBC admitted in parliament he did not apply for the job.
Erastus.
Yes. How did he find it?
He was approached.
Yes.
Now think about it. This is the most sensitive position in this country right now. And someone just hands it to you. No competition, no transparency. That alone raises one question.
So who is creating the referee?
The person who approached him, who gave him the job.
Yes. And who is Erastus Ethekon? He has worked in the office of Nanok as chief of staff. He's related to Nanok. Where is Nanok working? At State House.
At State House.
So 3 people sat and decided that no, this one will be the chairman.
And we can control it.
Yes.
Then comes the second issue, the election technology. The company expected to supply election systems, that is Smartmatic, has already been rejected by opposition. Not just criticized, rejected.
We are demanding ya kwamba Smartmatics must go.
Some leaders even threatened to boycott the election if the company will still be involved.
That our second reducible minimum is termination of the Smartmatics contract.
And now ask yourself, how can you run a credible election while even the tools that you want to use in that election have already been disputed?
This same technology was used recently in Uganda. The KIMS kit failed in Uganda. We do not want to see a similar election in Kenya.
Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Young people launched a movement. It's called Niko Kadi.
Kenyan youth are back on the streets, but not to protest. Alan Sademba started the Niko Kadi initiative, a voter registration drive spreading across Kenya.
And it worked big time. The voter register started it started growing fast. But one region stood out, that is the Mount Kenya region.
Mount Kenya region could have the lion's share of the total registered voters and votes by the year 2027.
And not just any voters. Voters who have openly said that it is one term for William Samoei Ruto.
The IEBC projections showing the populous vote basket could have over 7 million voters, accounting for over 25% of the total voters roll.
And so, as fate would have it, just when registration was gaining momentum, the IEBC dropped a bombshell.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has asked individuals who had previously enrolled as voters before 2012 to present themselves for fresh registration as voters.
Let that sink in. That is millions of voters, mostly older voters, people who are not ready to go back to those lines to register as voters again. And guess what? Many of them come from the same region that is being said to be registering a large number of voters.
The thing is, didn't IEBC issue a report after the 2022 general election telling us that 99.4% of the people who voted in that particular election in iliweka President William Ruto into office, walituambia that 99.4% of the people who voted were authenticated using KMSkit.
And it does not stop there. People are starting to check their details, and what they are finding out is crazy.
So guys, top of the morning, IEBC bado wanaendeleza mchezo wa town. Mchezo wa town. Unalala tu hivi register yako iko sawa, ukiamka kesho asubuhi kuna part imeandikiwa NA. Hebu ingia tu IEBC verification portal, weka ID number yako, weka your year of birth. Hakikisha details zako ziko full.
Some find that their names are missing.
Youths are shocked that they can't find their details on the IEBC portal, yet they recently registered as voters.
Others, their details are altered, and sometimes you find ghost voters.
Angalia jirani wame mchezo wa town.
Some people who registered as recent as 2020, 2021, and 2022 find their names gone out of the register. Others who've never registered, they are now in the system. Now, this is no longer just a mistake. This is a crisis.
The whole thing should be scrapped. Kama ulikuwa prefect high school, naanza kuchukua register. Sisi ndio tutarun elections. Because I don't trust IEBC with an ounce of my... Miss not trust issues, but IEBC...
And according to analysts, this is the biggest mistakes that is being made right now. Young people are being underestimated.
This is the last chance the young people are giving democracy. If democracy doesn't work next year, we will never believe in democracy again.
I mean, these people don't understand, but this is not the same generation that we've had before. These are not passive voters. These are the people who organized protests. These are people who mobilized nationwide movements. And these are people who are actively preparing to vote in 2027. And now they are watching the system closely. Very closely.
The mountain is no longer solidly behind the ruling side, and that has sent shockwaves, panic among these people. They have to survive. And that means they have to come up with a strategy that will increase their chances, even if it is by 1%. So the first of it is voter suppression. Because why are you asking older guys, the older generation that registered before 2012, to transition into the biometric voter registration system right now?
So out of their vigilance, they have made a decision. No protests, no debates. A direct message, 48 hours.
IEBC, kuna kitu inaenda kufanyika kati ya sisi wananchi na nyinyi.
Fix the register, explain the inconsistencies, or step the hell down. Because if the referee cannot be trusted, then why are we having a match? The match cannot be played.
Hii ni dangerous. Uchaguzi tunaenda mwaka 2027 and you will be the referee. Hii ni hatari sana. Uchunge sana.
You see, this is bigger than one man. This is bigger than one election. This is about trust. Because once people lose trust in elections, then they stop believing in democracy. And when that happens, history shows people look for other ways to be heard. And we do not want that.
Nimeona zile projected numbers from every province. Niseme province actually. Ni mkoa wa kati, nimeona Rift Valley, nimeona Nairobi, nimeona Nyanza, nimeona Western Kenya, nimeona Coast.
Report kutoka IEBC inasema ya kwamba new Gen Z registration iko hivi. Mount Kenya, Monday alone, mliregister 20,126. Kisii and Nyamira, new Gen Z registration ilikuwa hivi 9,010. Western Kenya, new Gen Z registration votes ilikuwa hivi 4,200. Ukambani, Gen Zs wenye waliregister on Monday alone ilikuwa 3,000. Luo Nyanza, Gen Zs wenye waliregister 600, Miauchiel 600. Halafu kuna Rift Valley, stronghold ya the president mwenyewe 6. Surely 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Rift Valley. Na vile Rift Valley ni kubwa.
So, the question is simple. Is this just incompetence or is it something more deliberate? Because if millions of votes can disappear, and others can magically just appear, then 2027 is not just an election, it is a test. A test of whether Kenya's democracy still works or whether the winner have already been decided long before the elections. Guys, tell me in the comment section, what do you believe? Can this IEBC actually deliver a free and fair election, or is it time for this CEO guy to go? Tell me in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe.